Chris. It's been a long time, but today I got an exciting little movie to talk about. Black Panther. Or Black Panther. Whatever. Black Panther. What a film. Have to say, it is, in my opinion, the best standalone character movie that's out there for Marvel right now. Consisting with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not talking about X-Men or anything that's not associated with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, although it kind of is all associated now with that Fox deal type thing, but we can get into that later. But anyway, the performances are absolutely top notch. I have to say, Chadwick Boseman does a great job with Black Panther, as does Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Andy Serkis, he's always amazing, so, glad to have him. Even though I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of him and didn't want him to die, but, Marvel with their villains just cannot hesitate in killing him, except for Zeman and Baron Mordo, but who knows if we'll ever see them again. But, as far as that goes, yeah, all the performances were great. I mean, Winston Duke, who was in Person of Interest, who played Dominic, did an amazing job in this film. I just want to see him in more stuff. He's a great actor, and I want to see him in more stuff. Lupita Nyong'o was great, as always. Letitia Wright, who played Shuri, was great. Did a great job. Martin Freeman was kind of there, but with what he did, he was good also. I'm kind of glad that they kept his character alive also. He can come back for another film, maybe. We'll see. The whole plot of the film, just the whole cultural aspect, was what I really liked about it. Just the whole idea of just embodying that African culture and everything, and then sort of taking that and applying it to our modern day understandings of, culture from Africa as opposed to culture in America, and how that sort of intertwines. And Killmonger has a whole bunch of great lines in this film, especially the one towards the end where he says, "You might as well drop me in the ocean with my ancestors, because I'd rather do that than be your prisoner." And he's right. And even though I wish that they had kept him alive, I really, really do wish they had kept him alive. It was a fitting death. It was probably the most justifiable Marvel death, in my opinion, other than probably the killing of Ironmonger, I think, and Iron Man 1. I mean, it was very justifiable, and it was a poetic ending. I mean, Black Panther, he treated his cousin, his enemy, Killmonger, with some class, and I'm glad that they were able to fulfill that in those very last moments for him. As far as just where the story went, I was happy with it. It's a very simple story. It's very regime and sort of power hungry in a way, because you have to understand what's happening here and what's happening there, and how everything sort of connects together, and how Killmonger is trying to reclaim his birthright. And Sterling K. Brown, they kept his character in the dark for so long. I kept on asking myself, who is he playing? And then he has this huge role which nobody knew about. And I love how Marvel can just sneak that in the movies and all that, and it's just amazing how they do that. And I was really glad that they gave him the part that he did, and he did a great job with it. And Michael B. Jordan, working off of him, did great also. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I gave it a really solid 10 out of 10. Would definitely see it again and again. I mean, it's really good. It's a nice break before we get to the impending doom that is Infinity War, which I'm kind of glad that they put this movie before Infinity War, because it's sort of like, okay, here's a nice little sort of origin story type thing where you get to understand about a character that we met in Civil War and sort of keep on going. And as far as the timeline's concerned, I believe this movie comes before Spider-Man Homecoming. If not, they happen at the same time, because they said that Black Panther takes place roughly a week after Civil War, and then also Spider-Man Homecoming takes place 2 months after Civil War. So there's some continuity between those two movies. Now, as for Ant-Man and the Wasp, I know that takes place after Civil War also, but as far as when that takes place, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see. But it's a nice break. It's a great character-driven story. I love it. Ryan Coogler did a great job. The cast did a great job. Really, no complaints. I mean, the movie was 2 hours and 14 minutes, but it didn't even feel that long. And honestly, I mean, it kind of felt like at least the length of a Thor movie, pretty short and all that. And I liked how it told what it needed to tell, and then it just ended, and I like that. No real big Infinity War connections other than knowing that Bucky is okay and doing well in Wakanda, and that's probably the biggest thing from Infinity War. But we still don't know what the Soul Stone is, so my theory is that it's probably going to be featured in Captain Marvel because that's the only other place it can possibly be. And with that, I leave it to you guys. So let me know what you guys thought about Black Panther. I will be doing reviews for Walking Dead when it returns. Gonna have a very emotional episode to talk about when it comes back, but I'm hoping to do Annihilation next as my next movie, but we will see. But definitely look out for those Walking Dead videos. Let me know what you guys thought about as Black Panther, and